coach. I'm excited to join you here today. And if you are watching on replay, comment replay below. And if you're live, just show me some hearts. Unfortunately, with the way this thing is set up, I can't see comments, but I'll always go back and double back and make sure I acknowledge you. Thank you for joining. So today we're chatting about help. I don't know what business to start. So for those of you who are ready to start a business or looking, you feel like, you know what, this is the time for me to pivot. I want something more. I'm looking to do something different. This is for you if you are multi-passionate, you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that you're exploring, and you just don't know which one to choose. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps for you to figure out which is the business for you, just to make a simple decision. So let me just preface this by saying, listen, any decision you decide to make as far as picking a business, there's no right and there's no wrong. I'm going to say that again. There's no right business. There's no wrong business. What you really need to understand is that business is trial and error. In the beginning, you're learning, you're growing, you're learning, you're applying. So just to get you off the hook and just for you to take the pressure off, there is no wrong decision that you can make when it comes to figuring out what type of business that you want to start, right? But what I do teach my clients is these 3 simple things you have to ask yourself so that you can understand and make a clear, solid decision. So if you're thinking about starting a business, drop a comment in the chat. I'd love to know what type of business you're thinking about starting. If you're already in business, kudos to you for taking that step, for taking that leap. So the first thing, when you have multiple options, you have different things you want to do. You know, you say, I want to do real estate. I want to have an Airbnb. I want to have IV hydration. I want to do consulting, all these different things. The one thing that I ask when you are deciding what type of business to pick is, number 1, what truly aligns with you? What do you feel passionate about? What is it, that business, that idea that you feel like, you know what, ooh, I just did that and that just lit up my soul, or I just did that and I feel so fulfilled. Because the last thing you want to do is to pick a business or choose a business because you see someone else is successful in it. No, that shows you the possibilities are there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you're supposed to do, right? Seeing someone else's success and saying, yes, that's great, celebrate them, but you really have to figure out what it is that you are destined to do. What are you purposed to do? What are you here to do? And being clear about that is what's going to definitely keep you more aligned, keep you more driven, keep you more in purpose with what you're doing, because you feel like, yes, this is my work. This is what I'm doing. I'm committed to doing it. And it feels good. I'm fulfilled by doing it. And you're not just doing something because someone else did it and they're successful. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be a success as well. I'm just saying that you may not be fulfilled and happy because that's not what you're purposed to do. So if that makes sense, drop a 1 in the chat, right? Thank you guys for joining. The second thing I want you to think about is, what is the most simplest thing for you to execute? Simplest. I don't know if that's a word, but what's the thing that's the most simple for you to execute? So there's tons of business ideas, especially nurses, healthcare leaders, experts. You guys are so brilliant, so amazing. So you can literally do anything, but what is something that you can execute that does not rely on a whole lot of outside entities and licensing and regulations that'll take a length of time for you to start, as opposed to something that you can initiate, that, you know, you can just get started, start marketing, start selling your services, start bringing in income. So if you have a list of things that you want to do, think about which one is the most simple for you to execute, right? And these are just things that I've used and applied before I started my business, right? And these are things that I teach my client as well, especially when they have so much amazing ideas. The last thing is, which business will give you a return the fastest? When I say return, how can you start making money right away or as soon as possible, or where you have a business that you don't have to wait 3, 6, 9 months before you can start seeing a return? Because that is going to frustrate you. You're going to feel like, I put out so much, I'm not seeing a return, as opposed to when you already have a business that's up and running and bringing in revenue, and then you say, you know what, I have this amount of income that I can put into building this business now, because the one I have now is generating some consistent income. So now I can branch off and do something else. I'm not saying do it all at the same time. I hope you noticed that. I'm not saying build all your businesses, all your passions at the same time. You pick that one that is soulful, that's aligned, that you feel like, yes, I can do this, I'm fulfilled. It's the simplest to execute, and I can get the quickest return. Then you take some money from that so that you can fund your next project, whether it's an Airbnb or something, real estate, a group home, something that, of course, will take a little bit longer time to execute. You'll need some good startup capital to get done. And you can still put your efforts into that, but you already have this bucket generated income for you. So this is just my blueprint. This is something I work with my clients with. These are something that I work with my strategy clients, clarity clients, clients that feel like, you know what, I'm all over the place. I don't know how to start, where to start, what to do next. I just need someone to sit down with me, look at all I have, look at all my expertise, to show me how I can package it, position it, pick one thing, start one thing, put a plan in place. If that's you, that's what I work with my clients to do. And if that's you, I have a special this month, only this month, for the month of August, meaning for the last couple of days in July, I'm opening up some spots for clarity strategy sessions so we can sit down and get super duper clear on all your brilliant ideas and help you to go through this model, how to really get aligned, pick what you're aligned with, what's the most simple to execute, and what you can get a quick return on, so you can at least start working on your additional revenue streams, so you don't feel like, you know what, I'm locked into this job, I'm locked into this income, I'm locked into this schedule, I don't have the time or the capacity or the know-how on how to start something else. No, there's a lot of talk about a recession coming up in 2023. So now is the time to really think about, how can I be using my time wisely, my energy wisely, and my money wisely to bring in some additional revenue streams as we are talking about this recession. I'm not talking recession to put fear into you, but I'm using it to drive you to think about, how can I create some additional security measures? How can I get my business to the next level for those that already have a business? This is the time for you to be thinking about, what do I need to do to fast track my results, to really start bringing in the revenue from my businesses, or to start a business that can start bringing in revenue and position it so that people need what I offer, so they're going to pay regardless if it's a recession or not. So again, those are the things that I'm working with my clients to identify. So if that's you, make sure you message me the word elevate, and let's talk about how we can get you a strategy session going and a plan so that you can start executing with clarity on what I need to be doing, why I need to do this, and who needs it and who will pay me for it. And we'll go through the same things that I just discussed here in greater detail, looking at all your expertise, all your certifications, all your brilliance you have, and how can you use those things to start a business and start generating income, and then move into your next phase. And if you're working full-time, what does that look like when you're working full-time? How does that exit plan look, or that additional revenue stream look? How can you start creating a plan to generate that? So again, message me the word elevate, and let's talk about how we can get you in position to get your business going. And now you can get rid of that stuckness of, I don't know what business to start. I just gave you a little blueprint. And if you need some one-on-one strategy, again, message me the word elevate. So this is Nerissa, your business success coach, and I look forward to working with you and seeing what you guys birth from your brilliance. So again, message me the word elevate, and I look forward to working with you guys. See you soon.